Temptations. For almost 22 years, they have been bringing sets to QVC that have been really not only lightening up the tabletop, making it easier for us to get the prep and the cooking done, but now we've got sets that we can use on the countertop and to clean up as well. Here's everything that you are getting. You're getting 2 microfiber towels. This is 25 by 15, and you are getting 2 of them. And you're also getting a drying mat. Now, this one is great for drying all those hand wash dishes, but the drying mat itself is actually 26 by 18. Now, this is the confetti that I have right here. We also have them in the blue for here. Then we have the red. And then we're going to see the rest of our choices on QVC.com. We've got olive flutter. Here's black, blue, confetti, egg hunt, green, gray damask, summer shells, red doodle, red, palfetti, lemons and palm, and we have gray doodle. Now, we all need to have either a drying rack or a space to put the hand wash items to the side. The reason why I like this one is because it is a big size. So if you wanted to use it on the kitchen island, you absolutely could. If you wanted to use it next to the sink, you absolutely could, but they're all machine wash. So if you wanted to pop all 3 of the pieces into the machine, you absolutely could. Now the drying mat, I would say maybe let air dry. I always throw my drying mats from Temptations over, well, quite frankly, the balcony when it's sunnier outside. But I also let them air dry on top of the machine as well. This is something that Temptations has been passionate about. They want all of the pieces in your kitchen to match together beautifully, but if you wanted to pop a fun color, you could try a different color in these too. When they're not in use, if you do want to put it away, maybe you don't have a lot of countertop space, you can tuck these underneath the sink or into a pantry. These microfiber towels are fantastic, super absorbent, and the pattern's on one side. So if you wanted to leave that free and clean, you absolutely could, but I also have used these on the buffet to, you know, almost like a little makeshift trivet. I've used these when we have charcuterie. Maybe you just need a great place to wipe your hands off. But when they do get sticky and when they do get dirty, you can pop them right into the machine. Only thing we ask you with microfiber is don't use any dryer sheets, and you don't need to use any fabric softener on them also. But you can hang them right over your oven door. And then you can even think about using these as a gift for somebody who just has a new home, or they just downsized, or they just want to make the place feel more homey. You get all 3 pieces. So you get the 2 towels. This is the confetti. So you've got a little bit of gold and green and red and blue in there. And then we also have them in the blue. Here is the set in the red. At this price, too, it's a great time to update it if maybe you haven't done so in a while. Here's olive flutter. Those are pretty pastel shades. Here's black. We also have them in blue. Here's the confetti. Here is egg hunt with the little bunny. Here is the green. Here is the gray damask. Here is the seashells, summer shells. We also have them in red doodle. Here is red. Then we have palfetti. Next up is lemons and palm. Then we have gray doodle do. Now, all 3 pieces are $20. And think about it this way, too. Maybe you have somebody who is, you know, looking to make a place feel more like a home. I remember when my grandmother moved from her home into an assisted living facility, and she felt so weird in there because it didn't feel like her house. And she said it's really hard to get used to because I feel like everything is just like slightly off. You know, it's little pieces like this that can make a new place or maybe an unfamiliar place feel more like a home. I grew up in a military family, and we were in a different house every year, year and a half. And whether it was on base or off base, it always felt kind of like, well, I guess if my family's here, this is home. But it sometimes was super, super unfamiliar. But when my mom would unpack the pieces that I grew up with and started putting them out, it started making me feel like, okay, now this feels a little bit more normal. That's the same thing with these. When you put pieces out like this, it starts to feel more like your space. And so this can really be a great way to personalize. One more time on the dimensions of it. This drying mat is 26 inches by 18 inches. And then each towel is 25 inches by 15 inches. You're getting a big towel there for whether you're drying the dishes or you're just trying to wipe down the fruit or whatever you need it for. You get 2 towels, 1 drying mat. That's your confetti. Here is the blue again. Here is the red. We also have the all aflutter. Here is black. We've got blue. Here is egg hunt. We've got green, gray damask. Here's summer shells, red doodle doo, and then pawfetti. Then we've got lemons and palm, and then we have the gray doodle doo. Now, they are 5 easy payments of $4, and you can check out the entire Temp-tations collection on QVC.com, but they are always bringing brand new. They are always bringing, pieces to refresh. So if you want to stick with a color, you absolutely can. But I recommend, because it all matches together so beautifully, try playing with different colors in your collection. This is a great set to be able to do just that. Okay, 90418, as we wrap up on this one, we are headed over to California Innovations to talk to you about not just great tote bags, but I think we've all heard about how you can't use the plastic bags in